welcome back to my channel. My name's Rachel and this is Stitched Up. So it's been a couple of weeks. I've been a little bit busy. I am so sorry. I know that I said in my last vlog that I would be uploading a Friday Sews in a couple of days time, and here we are 2 weeks later and time has just run away with me. So really sorry about that, but it's just been, you know, what can I say? It's just been one of those times, I guess. I have been really busy at work and I've also been destashing loads, as some of you will no doubt have seen because I know some of you have bought from me. So thank you so much to those of you that have bought from my destash. I'm doing really well with it now. We are getting there. I mean, it's been going on, what, best part of a year, I would say. And it's been an absolute mammoth effort. But it's just, yeah, it needed to be done, and it was going to be one of those processes that did take a considerable amount of time and effort to get through, but we are nearly there. I am at the point now where what will be Layla's bedroom upstairs, all I have left up there now is what's in the cupboards, which is the sort of wardrobe, because there's still a lot of jersey fabric in there that I want to keep, and also some coatings, etc., some of which I probably would destash, but I think it's going to be quite expensive to post because they're obviously quite heavy. And then there's just a few bits and pieces on the beds. That's it. Everything that was in vacuum stored sealed bags has now been emptied and either destashed or sorted out and put away. And then the rest of it is down here in the sewing room. So there is still everything that's in my Challis unit is obviously full. And then I've got a load of other fabrics that I have bought over the last couple of months. That is on my desk behind you. And I currently don't have anywhere to store that. So I need to go through my Challis unit again. So I'll probably be destashing some more from there. But I'm hopeful in the next month to 6 weeks, I should be done, which is incredible. Anyway, I just thought I would come back today and catch up with you all and see how everybody is. I hope you're all really well. I haven't even had much of an opportunity to catch up with loads of my favourite vloggers as well. So I've got that to do. And yeah, it's just been really busy, but I've missed you all and I've missed vlogging. So Martin's gone to work, he's on nights. I thought it'd be nice to catch up, have a bit of a chat. I've got some new fabrics to show you. I've got a few other bits and pieces to show you, along with some lovely new makes. So if you don't know already, yesterday myself, Tamlin and Ruwan met up for one of our monthly get-togethers in York. And we had an amazing day. The weather was beautiful. It wasn't too warm, but it was pleasant and it was sunny and it was just the most gorgeous day. So we had a bit of a look round. We had some drinks, we had some food, and just generally caught up and chatted lots, as we always do. It was great. We had a really good time. But I did get a new make finished to wear to that day, which I wanted to show you because it was on my plans, my August plans, was it? I think it was my August plans, wasn't it? But you might remember that I was going to destash this fabric and I said I was going to make some Theas, and I did get the Theas done, and I'm going to put some pictures in of me wearing them in a second, but I thought I would show you them first. So here are my Thea trousers. Now, I did wear these yesterday, so they do need to go in the wash now. But yeah, I mean, this fabric is just incredible, isn't it? It is a linen viscose fabric that I think I got from Sew Me Sunshine, but I can't actually remember where. I do have a length of it left, probably about 3/4 metre, something like that. So I'm hoping I could get a little top out of them, although it might be a bit much, wearing a top and trousers in this fabric. But it's beautiful fabric and I am overjoyed with how these came out. So the Thea trousers are by Tilly and the Buttons, if you don't already know. They have these sort of curved front pockets, which are in just a white cotton inside, but you've got like a little pocket facing as well in the self fabric. You've got a zip fly, which is obviously there. And I have to say, the fly construction for this pattern is incredible. It's really good. She does have belt loops on the waistband. It is a curved waistband, which suits my figure really well because I'm pear-shaped, and I find that I have quite a swayed back, so having a curved waistband really nips into my lower back at the back, which is brilliant. You've got two options for rear pockets. You can either have patch pockets, which I've done here, or you can do welts. As I say, I just did patch pockets, and I haven't pattern matched because the pattern is so busy. I didn't think it was worth the effort, to be honest. And then you can have cropped or full length. I've gone for the cropped length with these. I made the size 3 waist, graded out to a 6 at the hip, and I did scoop out 1/2 inch crotch curve as well. And yeah, love them, absolutely love them. Loved wearing them yesterday. The only other thing I did that's different to the pattern is I used a trouser hook and bar. That's what they look like, instead of a button and buttonhole, which is what the pattern suggests, because I just preferred the sort of neat finish on the front. I really liked it like that. So I'll just pull the zip up because it looks, you can see how the fly looks then with the, I mean, the zip is, it's really good. You've got a little bar tack somewhere there. Look, can you see the little bar tack? It's not the best bar tack I've ever done, but that obviously just gives you a little bit of strength, extra strength at the base of the zip, which is amazing. So yeah, love it. And I do need to move the trouser hook and bar across a little bit because the waist is just a little bit big for me now, but that's the beauty of having a trouser hook and bar rather than a button and buttonhole, because obviously a buttonhole is very permanent, shall we say. It can't be undone once you've cut through it, whereas at least with a hook and bar like this, you can move them about as you need to if you have a little bit of growth in your waist, shall we say. So yeah, that's what I've done with these. And as I say, I didn't bother with the belt loops because I thought I'm not going to wear these with the belt, so I wasn't going to the effort of doing them, but really love them. And I needed to make a top to go with them, and a few of you gave me some really good ideas for a top. A couple of people mentioned an orange linen, which would be incredible. It would really pick up the orange in here, and I think the green as well would be really nice. So I did consider that because I have got some lime green linen that I got from Rainbow Fabrics a while ago, but I've bought that fabric to make a Bec Sews dress, and I don't know if I would have enough left. So I went back to the drawing board a little bit, but I didn't want to buy any new fabric to make a top to go with these trousers, so I thought I would hunt in my stash. I could have just gone with something like a jersey vest, but I thought I wanted something made out of a woven fabric that was very sort of simple, plain, because obviously there is enough going on in the trousers without distracting from those. So I made this top, which is, when I find the pattern, a vintage Vogue pattern that I had in my stash, and it is V1902. It's this pattern here, and I went for this version. So basically what this is, it is a simple woven sleeveless top, although obviously you've got sleeved versions as well. And it has like pleating detail at the neckline on both sides. The front pattern piece is cut on the bias, but the back isn't. So the back is just cut in two, and you've got like a slit, neckline slit, that you can then use a button and button loop. But again, I just use a little hook and eye on the back. So if I show you the line drawings, you can just see it here. So yeah, this is the back here with a centre back seam and then a keyhole neckline. And you've got, yeah, it's got an all-in-one facing that goes all around the neckline, and it's got armhole facings as well, which I really like. So I'll stand up and I'll show you a little bit more of what this top looks like. I'm going to bend down a little bit. So yeah, you've got this sort of pleating detail here that gives you this sort of draped effect across the front. And then the back is, you can see the keyhole detail at the back. It's really pretty. Lengthwise, it comes to high hip on me. I didn't add any length to it at all. I just kept the length as the pattern, and it was actually really quick to make up. As I say, it's got armhole facings there, and I just used a hook and eye at the back, but I do really like it. I think it's lovely. This fabric is just a plain viscose that I had in my stash. It's like in a steel blue, and I just thought that it complemented the colours in these trousers quite well. I know it doesn't match completely, but I thought it just sort of cools and calms the wacky trousers down a little bit. So that's my top. So sewing wise, this top was actually quite quick to sew. I wouldn't say it's beginner friendly because the front pattern piece is really quite a strange shape. I mean, obviously you cut it on the bias and you've got your two shoulder bits, but then you've got two bits that sort of stick up like this and then a neckline in between. And that ends up sort of, oh, I don't know. It's just really confusing, if I'm honest. It took a little bit of head scratching to get my head around it, because you have to sort of reinforce a corner and then you cut into it and then you pivot and you have to fold it back on itself on the facing and everything to get this effect. But once you sort of understand what you're doing with it worked really well. But yeah, I ended up cutting out a size 10 on this. It does say that it's oversized, and the 10 has a finished bust of 39 inches and my full bust is 36 now. So I thought 3 inches of ease around the bust is going to be enough for me, which it is. It's great. So really happy with it. And I will definitely make more of this top because I really like it. This style is really different. It's not something that I've seen anybody try and replicate, really, if I'm honest. And I love something that's a little bit different. So yeah, really like it. Super happy with it. And I felt really chic yesterday walking around York in my little top and Thea's. I thought, yeah, really, really good. So that was what I wore yesterday. And then I've been buying a few fabrics. Of course, I've been buying a few fabrics. I will, because at the end of the day, just because I'm destashing loads does not mean I'm not going to buy more fabric, because this is me you're talking to. But I haven't been buying at the rate that I normally do. In fact, when we went to York yesterday, we went into Boys and I didn't buy any fabric at all. And there were quite a few bits that each of us really liked, to be honest. But I thought, you know what, I'm not that bothered. I've got lots in my stash still that I can work through. So I didn't buy any fabric, but I did get a pattern and some buttons. So New Look Patterns have their 50% off sale at the moment, which probably runs for about 10 days. They usually do, don't they? So anywhere that sells New Look Patterns, they will be half price at the minute, which makes them about £5 a pattern, something like that. So when I was on the train to York yesterday morning, I was having a look at Sew Direct because I'm a VIP member of Sew Direct and I tend to get a lot of my big 4, big 5 patterns from there. And I saw this one and I knew that we would probably be going into Boys, so I thought I'll see if they've got it in there, and they did. So I bought it, and it is New Look N6718, which is this pattern here. And the version I really like is this. Ignore this because this big yellow monstrosity, to be perfectly honest, just looks, it's just not very appealing to me, shall we say. But I love this sleeveless version. So you've got a button front V-neck sleeveless bodice with princess seams, and then a sort of slightly, well, it's like a yoke detail, isn't it, over the hips, and then a couple of tiers. And I want to make a goth version of this dress. I really do, because we went to, me and Martin went to a concert a week or so ago in a cave in the Peak District. We were just in our element. It was such a good night. And the band we saw was doing like loads of cover versions of our favourite bands from when we were growing up. And they're doing a bit of an autumn tour. So we're going to go see them again in York, actually, at the end of September. And I want to make a black goth version of this dress to wear with my chunky boots to that concert. And I think it's going to be amazing. So I bought this pattern. I also got some buttons as well because they had some buttons. So they had some really nice black buttons that I thought would work really well. So these are them here. They've got a bit of texture on them. They're a bit like a black and grey leopard print. These were 20p each, so I got 10 of those. And then Ruan had spotted these buttons as well, and these were 20p each, and I absolutely loved them. So I bought 10 of these as well. And they're these sort of purple buttons with little painted flowers on. They're just so pretty. So yeah, so I got those buttons and that pattern from Boys, and that's all I bought from there, to be honest. We didn't go to Socialising, which is another fabric shop, another independent fabric shop in York. We just didn't bother this time. We didn't go to Gillies either because I've been there before, and to be honest, it's not my favourite shop, shall we say. Yeah, it was a long time since I last went there. But anyway, that's all I bought sewing-wise from York yesterday. But I have been buying a few other bits and pieces over the last few weeks that I thought you might like to see. And I've bought from the lovely Bex, who is Bec Sews, here on Instagram and on YouTube. She was doing a bit of a destash a couple of weeks back, and I spotted this fabric that she was destashing, and I know that she made a Zadie out of this and I loved it. And then when she was destashing some, I thought, yes, gonna jump on that really quick. So it's this purple, mustard and white and black leopard print. I just think this is gorgeous, and I absolutely adore Bec's Zadie. I think it's beautiful. It looks so good on her. And yeah, so I got this from Bex in her destash. I did get another one as well, and I can't remember which one it was. I think it's this one, which is another leopard print, because I'm really getting into leopard print at the minute. And it's this leopard print viscose jersey. So this, I think it was a remnant she'd got, and there's about 3 meters here. So I bought that one as well from Bex. No idea what I'm going to make with these yet, but they're just amazing. So yeah, so that's those two. And then I got a couple of fabrics from First for Fabrics, again just keeping on the animal print theme. I want to make a Tilly and the Buttons Mabel top. I made the dress last year, which is too big for me now, so I do need to retrace the pattern, but I want to make the top, and I bought this because animal print is everywhere at the minute, isn't it? And this is a cotton poplin from First for Fabrics. I got a couple of meters of this just to make the Mabel top, which I thought would look nice with black jeans. So that's on the to-do list. And then the other fabric I got from First for Fabrics is this, which is like a zebra print. This is a viscose jersey. It's beautiful quality. I just love it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I think I'm going to make something like a kilo wrap dress out of this, because I think that will be just amazing. It really will. It will just be gorgeous. So yeah, absolutely love that. So they are the animal print fabrics that I have bought. And then I got a couple of fabrics from Fabric Godmother. So a few weeks ago, Jen Legg, who is one of their ambassadors, had a discount code for 15% off anything. And so I did buy a couple of fabrics, and she'd made a top out of this fabric, and they did it in a couple of different colorways. So I got a different colorway to the one she used, but it's like I think it's a seersucker. It feels quite crisp, like a lightweight cotton seersucker, but anyway, it's just, it's gorgeous. Look at it. It's absolutely beautiful. And they did have it in a pink, but I know these blues really suit me. So I decided to get it in this blue colourway. So I've got a couple of meters of this, and it's just going to be a shirt, blouse of some sort. It feels like, that sort of papery type fabric. It feels like that, but I can't remember. It's definitely cotton, like a cotton sort of type of fabric. But yeah, it's really lovely. So I got a couple of meters of that one. And then the other one is this one, because this was just on my mind. They'd had it in this base and also a denim base, and I seen it for a while, and then when Jen like got this discount, I thought I'm going to have to get it because I'm going to regret it if I don't. So it's this pink one with monkeys on. You'll know which one I mean. This is it here, look. You know, there's the monkeys. And it's just beautiful. So this is a Viscose cotton seersucker, I think. It's beautiful, beautiful quality. It feels so lovely. So I got 3 meters of that, I think, and it's been pre-washed. Again, I've seen loads of people make this up already. It's a really popular fabric, and I don't know what I'm going to make with it yet, but yeah, got that one too. And then I bought a fabric from Sherwood's. They were doing a bit of a sale a couple of weeks ago. They don't seem to be doing as many sales as what they used to do, but they did have, I think it was 20% off if you spent over £65 or £80, something like that. Anyway, I don't know what's going on with my hair today, by the way. I washed it this morning, but I left my hairdryer in the bedroom, so I couldn't go in and dry it because obviously Martin was in bed. So I've just had to leave it as it is. So anyway, back to the fabric. So I wanted to make a cord set, and I know I've been banging on about a cord set for the majority of this year, and I still haven't got around to doing one, but I'd seen a cord set somewhere. If I can find the picture of it, I will insert the picture here. And I wanted some fabric that was very similar to this, because obviously trying to get the same fabric is always difficult, isn't it? So I thought if I can find something that's similar, then I might make my own version. And I saw this on Sherwood's and thought, that's going to do it, isn't it? So I bought this. It's a Viscose. I think it's Viscose, so it's quite lightweight, but it's this pale pink background, and then it's got like postcards all over it. So I got 5 meters of this, and I think that will work quite well. I'll be honest, it's a little bit more muted in real life than what it was on the website. It seemed a bit brighter on the website, so I don't know if this really works with my skin tone. It might wash me out a little bit, but at the end of the day, I'm not bothered because I'll just make it up anyway and wear it. So I think, if I'm honest, this is probably going to be stashed for now because we're getting to the end of summer here in the UK, and a cord set that's like a shirt and wide leg loose trousers is probably not something that I am going to wear. Now we're getting into late August, so I think this is probably going to be stashed, and I will look to start work on that in the spring next year. And then I got a couple of fabrics from Rainbow Fabrics. Again, this is totally Jen Legg's fault because everything she gets and makes I want, to be honest, because she's just got such an amazing eye for fabrics and patterns. So I got this one, which is a Viscose in pinks and reds and oranges. I just think it's really lovely. I love the fact that close up you can see that really lovely design, but then further away it's much more, I mean, that looks really, really intensely orange, doesn't it? On screen it's not that bright in real life, honestly, but I think it's really lovely. So I think I got 3 meters of that, so that's going to be a dress of some sort. And then I bought this, which is a silk voile, or voile. Is it voile? And it's in this beautiful sort of grape mulberry colour. It's really lightweight, so I mean it's quite sheer, as you can see, because that's what voiles are. Voiles, I always get that wrong. And I think I got 2 or 3 meters of this, maybe 2.5 meters, something like that. And I want to make like a blousey top with that. I think that will be really nice. So again, a plain fabric. Yeah. In fact, that would make a lovely one of these, but this doesn't take a lot of fabric, to be honest, even though the front is cut on the bias, and obviously you only have to cut one piece out. It doesn't take a lot of fabric, so, but it's always a contender. And then the other one I got is totally Jen's fault, because she made the most beautiful regalia top by Sew House 7 in this lace. It's an ex-Zara lace, and it was like a bridal lace, but when I saw her top I just fell in love with it so much. I got myself a couple of panels of it to make myself a top. So this is it here, look, it's just absolutely stunning. And it's got this beautiful scalloped edge. And I fancy making myself a, if I put it up the right way around, that might help. So right way around, it's like this. There we go. So that's obviously one selvage, and then the print, it's real sort of Art Deco style, and it's got sequins on, and then it goes right down to the other selvage there. So it's obviously, the print is obviously perpendicular, and I've got 2 meters of that. And yeah, I need to think about what I'm going to make with that, because I wanted to make something with big sleeves, but I think there's going to have to be short sleeves or elbow length at the most, because I've not got a lot of fabric to play with. I know 2 meters sounds a lot, but when you think about pattern placement and everything, it's going to be a little bit awkward. So I really need to think about what I do with that. But again, I think that's just going to be stashed till next year now, because, you know, we're getting to the end of summer. I'm not going to be wearing a white lace shirt over winter, am I? Let's face it. And then finally, the other one I bought, which has just come this week, is one that I've been after for a while, and it has been Hey Sew Sister that have stocked it. It's a Pigeon Wishes fabric, and it sells out every time she stocks it really quickly. And I signed up to the email wait list for when she got it back in stock again. She got it back in stock and I never got the email, and then it's turned up again, but I managed to get the last couple of meters of it. So I finally got it. But it's this one, which is the cotton poplin with the bows on. They look like scissors that way up, don't they? They're not, honestly, they're bows. So I'm super happy with it, because it's actually nicer in real life than it is on screen. It's beautiful. So this has just been pre-washed. And I want to make something like, there is a top by Stitch Witch Patterns. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like got poofy sleeve, and then it's got a crossover and ties. I'll put a picture of it up here to show you, but I want to make something like that. I think that would be really nice in that fabric, just to wear with like white wide leg trousers. I think that would be so nice. So yeah, really happy I've got that. And then what else have I got to show you? I've got a couple of trims that I got a few weeks ago from Boys. So my local Boys, quite often they sell all sorts of stuff, you know, loads of household things and bits of hobby and all sorts. And they've got these bins full of reels of trims, and they were like £3 each, which is a bargain. So I got this one, which is an embroidered little trim look. It's absolutely gorgeous. So on here, I mean, look, £3. I think there's 10 meters on here, so 10 meters for £3. So I always like picking up things like this when I see them, because I just put them away and think, you know, at some point in the future I'll use them. And then they've got these ones as well, which again with 10 meters for £3, and they are, it's satin butterflies. I don't know if you can see it. I don't want to undo it, but they've got little butterflies on there. Can you see them? So I got the pink one, and I also got the purple, and obviously I thought these would come in for something that I make for Layla at some point when she gets a little bit bigger. So yeah, I picked up those as well. So really happy about that. So that's all my little purchases that I've bought recently. I think that's it. I wanted to show you something that gorgeous Tamlin got for me, and she bought Ruan one as well. I don't know if Ruan's shown it yet actually, but she bought this for me and gave it to me when we met up at Ruan's last time, and it's this beautiful little porcelain tag that says create your own, what does it say? Sunshine. Create your own sunshine. Oh, honestly, I need glasses. I really do. It's just lovely, isn't it? So that's going to hang up somewhere. I think it might hang up. I might hang up in my bedroom, actually. It's really lovely. So Tamlin bought that, and also a pack of Little Rosy Cheeks labels, the Make Waves ones. These were a special edition with the So Hayley Jane box, I think a month or so ago. So I am super happy to have these because I absolutely love them. And then I have got a couple more packs of labels to show you because I love my labels and I can't get through them quicker than I can buy them, to be honest. A bit like fabric. But anyway, I'm really loving Rachel, who runs the Cozy Club handmade labels. So I bought these ones and these ones. I bought these and then realised I'd already bought them. So I've got 2 packs of those now. I've got these ones and these ones. And she's just released another set of 5 designs. So you know what's going to happen, don't you? And then I bought myself a pack of Little Rosy Cheeks labels as well. And I decided to get these ones here, which are her new ribbed ones that say original on and bespoke. So yeah, love Victoria's labels. So yeah, got a few labels to add to my label stash as well. And then the other thing I've been doing is I have been restarting some crochet. So I knit, as lots of you might already know. I tend to knit during the winter though, not during summer. And I've wanted to really try my hand at crochet for the longest time. And every time I've attempted it, I just couldn't get it at all. And then the lovely Amelia, who is Amelia Ellen Sews, she has been doing loads of crochet and showcasing some of her work on Instagram, and it's just incredible. And I was messaging her a few weeks ago and said, I really need to have another go at this. And she really encouraged me to have a go. And so I did. So I've been starting with the granny squares again. And I think I've finally cracked it. You know, when eventually that sort of, it just clicks into place. I mean, this must be my 7th or 8th attempt at this now. But anyway, I finally cracked it. So I am on with making all the granny squares at the minute. And I've got a few here to show you. They're all the same, so I won't go through every single one. But yeah, here we go. Look at my little granny squares. I mean, you know, come on. They're not, I mean, that's supposed to be like symmetrical, isn't it? And it's really not. I have blocked these, by the way, but I've got like a pile of them here. They've all been blocked. So I've got a pile of granny squares. And I have decided I'm going to make a little bag with these. So I do need to make some more. I've looked at some templates online and I'm going to obviously just stitch them all together with a border in between, she says, if she can figure out how to do that. And so I do need some more. I think I need about 24 altogether, and I think I've got about 15 at the minute. So, but I've got the hang of it, which is brilliant, because my daughter is constantly sending me links now to really elaborate crochet patterns to make for Layla. And I think she's just, you know, I've said to her, I need to be able to walk before I run. Is that right? No? Something like that, isn't it? Oh gosh, honestly, it's really late. It's really late. Run, yeah, I've said to her, I can't run before I can walk, or whatever it is, something like that. Anyway, so yeah, that's about it really. I am doing quite well with my August plans so far. I've got a few bits and pieces done. I do have the Skyline dress cut out and I have started sewing it. That's the one by Sydney Graham. I'll put a picture of it here. And yeah, I have got that cut out, but I haven't sewn it up yet. So I'm working on that one at the minute. Still got my leopard print shorts to sew up. I haven't even started on those yet either. And I haven't made my Pomona pants yet. I have not started on that. But I have made another top today because you know what I'm like. I just get that sort of like spark of inspiration and think, I'm going to make something. So I had this fabric in my stash. Just bear with it and I'll find it. Right, so it's this one here. This is a cotton voile that I got from Rainbow Fabrics a couple of months back. And, oops, they had it in lots of different colourways. And I got this one, the black and grey. And this afternoon I thought I'm going to make myself a top and skirt set. I haven't made the skirt yet, but I've made the top. So I decided that I wanted like a little sort of peasanty type top, and I found, I'm just looking for the pattern because I've put the pattern picture somewhere. It's here, hang on. Had a look along amongst my Seamwork patterns that I've got in my Seamwork account because I'm a member of Seamwork, and I found this, which is the Madhu top, this one here. So I mean it's a really simple top, you know, with elasticated waist, elastic neckline, elastic sleeves, raglan. Should be straightforward and fairly simple, and it was, and I really like how it's come out. So I have made it. It's here. I think it's really cute. I really like it. It is cropped. It's actually very cropped because I tried it on with these jeans and it was very cropped. Seamwork patterns are designed for 5'8", I think, and I'm 5'10", so I really probably should have added on a little bit of length, but I didn't. I've put one of my Specky Seamstress labels in there as well, just to denote the back. But what I like about this, if I'm honest, is the neckline has a facing. So you've got 3 pattern pieces that you do, one on the fold and then the other 2 pattern pieces, you stitch them all together and then you stitch it around the neckline, turn it over, and then what you do is you stitch, if I show you, you stitch 1/2 inch away from the folded edge all the way around, and then you do another 3/8 of an inch away from your first stitching line all the way around, leaving a gap to insert a quarter of an inch elastic. And it creates this really nice elasticized neckline, but with, you know, a little bit of gathered detail at the top. And you do exactly the same on the bottom of the sleeves there, and the same at the waist. So that's the waist. If I show you, oh, shall I do it the right way up, Rachel? There we go. There's the waist look. And I just think it's really pretty. I really like it. So it's obviously, because this fabric is quite sheer, because it's lightweight, it's a voile, I thought, you know, I need to do something that's fairly loose fitting so that it's not too clingy. And this is just, it's just come out perfect. I made the size 4 and I'm really happy with it. It fits me so well. And I'm going to make, because I've got loads of this fabric left, I must have bought about 4 meters of it, but what I thought would be really nice is to make a matching skirt, you know, just something loose and flowy. So I'm going to go with the mauve skirt again by True Bias. I don't know if I've got enough, and I probably will have to line it, but I've got some black cotton lawn in my stash, so I can make a lining out of that to go underneath this to go over the top. And I think the 2 of those together will look really, really pretty. So yeah, really like it. So that was a nice little make this afternoon as well. An impromptu make that I'd not planned. Yeah, so that's where we're at the moment. Gosh, we're at 40 minutes already. Right, I'm going to leave it there. But it's been lovely to catch up with you again. I'm hoping to be back later on this week. So fingers crossed I won't be away again for another couple of weeks. But I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog, finding out what I've been up to. I hope you're all really well, and I'll be back with you really soon. Take care. Bye.